Okay, Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. So today we continue Kedah Trial SPM Paper 1. So today I want to discuss number 20 to number 40. But before that, I want you all to look at again number 2. In my previous video, I have discussed from number 1 to number 20. But there's a mistake made for number 2. Actually, I put comment on this in my first video, but I want to explain it again. Okay, for number 2 cuba lihat balik soalan nombor 2 Okay, Richard stand at O, so ini initial position, walks towards A. Okay, dia berjalan ke sini ke A, so distance of 2 meter, then move towards B, stop at B. So from point A, move to B. So this one will cover about 2 plus 7. So it becomes 9 meter. Okay, question. What is displacement of Richard? So displacement is vector quantity Okay, need to consider direction. Kena lihat arah atau direction So displacement. Normally Kssm we put direction to the right as positive. So it's 9 plus negative 2 because this one is reverse direction to the left. So 9, this one direction to the right will assume as positive, means direction east is positive, west is negative. Okay, because here there's a guideline for you all to determine direction using compass. So from here 9 minus 2, thus it becomes 7. So look at here, your answer is positive. When your answer is positive means direction is towards east. So 70 meter east. Okay, so answer is B, boy. Okay, one is for number 2. Okay, now let's go to number 21. Number 21, which of the following phenomena shows a force in equilibrium? So apa maksud force in equilibrium? Keseimbangan daya. Okay, resultant force. Is 0. Okay, or the vector sum of the forces is equals to 0. Hasil tambah vektor ialah kosong ataupun daya paduannya ialah kosong. Itu maksudnya forces in equilibrium, keseimbangan daya. Okay, so resultant force can be 0 in these two situations. If you can remember Newton's second law of motion, F equals to ma. So this one, F, actually represent resultant force. Okay, if only one force act on the object, so that one force will become resultant force. If more than one, you need to calculate the resultant force. Okay, so from here we can see for the same mass of the object, let's see, okay, resultant force will be 0 because mass cannot be 0. Resultant force will be 0 means A equals to 0. So when A equals to 0, we can refer to two situations. Either the object is at rest or uniform velocity. Okay, ataupun constant velocity laju seragam. Okay, mana-mana jawapan di sini yang menunjukkan dua situasi ni, maka itu adalah jawapan. Okay, A, a picture frame is hanging on the wall. Okay, hanging on the wall is at rest, meaning forces in equilibrium. So you can see the first one is correct. This one will be the answer. Okay, let's look at the rest. B, a coconut falling from a tree. So the acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. So there is a net force. So this is not in equilibrium. Okay, free fall. An airplane taking off from a runway is speeding up, moving up. So ini juga bukan forces equilibrium. The force increases. Okay, a ship is sailing. Kalau dia float at rest, dia pun equilibrium lah. Tapi dia sedang berlayar. Means the forward force is greater than air resistance. So ada net force forward. So ini juga bukan jawapan. Okay. Jadi forces in equilibrium, you boleh lihat dua situation ini. Mana satu yang describe at rest ataupun uniform velocity. Okay. Okay, number 22. Okay, number 22, diagram 12 shows 1 kg of mass hung to 3 different arrangements of the same spring, sometimes mentioned as identical spring. Okay, we're gonna say it's the same one. It's identical spring means same force constant ataupun same value of K. So this one related to Hooke's law, F equals to Kx. Okay, means the value of K here. Okay. Now we look at the question. Which is true about extension of the spring for each arrangement? Pemanjangan spring. Let's say for one single spring, it will extend about x. Okay, one single spring. Now, identical spring arranged in series. Each of the spring will experience the same force as this one. So each of the spring will extend by x. Okay, let's say for the first spring P, the extension is x. For the arrangement Q, the total extension will be x plus x, 2x. Okay, and then for R here, now sharing the same load, meaning the load will be divided to half. The weight divided to half. Let's say if here is 1 kg, or we can say about 10 Newton, means one spring here will take 5 Newton, the other one will take 5 Newton. Sama macam case kalau you bawa one pail of water which is very heavy, so you must apply force at least 10 Newton to bring the pail. But if your friend come and help you to carry, now you are dividing the load to half, so it become a bit lighter. Same thing here. So what happens to the extension for the new arrangement here? Parallel, ini parallel. Okay, gunakan Hooke's law, F equals to Kx. Okay. Okay, F equals to Kx. So the formula F directly proportional to, X, directly proportional to X. So if the force become half, means the extension also will become half. So the spring here will experience extension of half X. So the total extension for this spring R is equals to X divided by 2 or half X. So from here you just compare arrangement. Okay. Ini guna lebih kecil, mana yang lebih kecil dulu. Okay, ascending ya, ascending. Yang mana lebih kecil, you boleh nampak ini R, XR is less than XP less than XQ. Or we can say that R less than P less than Q. R, P, Q. So answer ialah B. Okay. So you kena faham konsep dia ya. Okay, number 23. Diagram shows arrangement of apparatus for an experiment. Which of following conclusion is correct? Yang mana satu betul? Okay, this one is pressure, concept of pressure in liquid. P equals to H rho G. From here you can see the depth of water are same for all container. Okay, the pressure at one point at the base part, let's say same height or same level. So the pressure here depends on these three factors: depth, density, and G. So now they have same pH, they use the same liquid, and all have same G. Means they have same pressure. So does the shape affect? You can see there's no factor area here or any factor related to shape. So the shape does not affect the pressure. Even though they have different shape, if the depth, density and the value of G are same, then the pressure must be same. Okay, jadi bentuk tidak mempengaruhi tekanan cecair ya. Hanya kedalaman, ketumpatan dan kekuatan medan graviti ataupun gravitational acceleration. Okay. Yang betul, cikgu kita lihat di sini, yang betul, liquid pressure is caused by its weight acting on a surface. Yes, correct. Liquid pressure acts perpendicularly ini konsep yang betul, tapi kalau ikut kepada soalan, dia explain berkenaan dengan apa? Itu maksudnya. Saya dari segi konsep ini betul. Okay. Liquid pressure acts perpendicularly to the surface, correct. Liquid pressure increases with depth, correct. But for the diagram here, it does not describe about change in depth. It does not describe about direction of pressure. It does not describe about weight of liquid ataupun height of liquid above the point. So just explain about why different shape. Okay, does it affect pressure? So liquid pressure does not depend on shape. Ini yang paling tepat. A, B dan D betul, tapi merujuk kepada soalan tu C yang paling tepat untuk menunjukkan jawapan kepada soalan tu. Okay, jadi jawapan dia adalah C. Jangan cepat-cepat nak bagi jawapan betul, baca keseluruhan soalan. Okay, kalau macam ni semua nampak macam betul, maksudnya pilih yang paling tepat berkaitan dengan soalan. Choose the best answer. Number 24. Which device application is based on Pascal principle? What is stated by Pascal? pressure transmitted equally throughout liquid. Okay, engine jet. Adakah ini? Ini lebih kepada momentum lah. Okay. Hydrometer. Ini measure density. Ini topik apa? Achieve this principle. Hot air balloon. Achieve this. Okay. Ini ialah principle of conservation of momentum. Hydraulic jack. Ini betul Pascal. Okay. Pressure transmit from the master piston to the slave piston. Okay. Input piston to produce larger force at the output piston. Okay. Jawapan. Kalau Pascal ni dia rujuk kepada hydraulic brake, hydraulic jack, semua yang berkaitan dengan hydraulic system. Number 25, set of experiment and result obtained by student. Okay, so you have the first one, hanging in air. So if hanging in air, the weight here, weight of the object, and the reading of the spring balance, we can say tension of the spring, we can put as T1. So hanging at rest means T1 equals to actual weight, WO, 10 Newton. So ini adalah dia punya bacaan sebenar ataupun berat sebenar objek. When immersed in liquid, fully immersed, some of water will be displaced up. Okay, you can go and measure weights of liquid displaced here or record the volume of liquid displaced here. So when immersed in liquid, there is still a gravitational force, the actual weight. Now the reading will become lesser. 10 become 8. So the new reading I put as T2. Why the reading becomes smaller? Because there is another force that supports the weight of the object. So we can put as buoyant force. So if you immerse the object and stay there at rest, mean forces are balanced. So we get FB plus T2 equals to WO. Okay, so what is WO just now? From 1 is T1. So here. Okay, so what is buoyant force? T1 minus T2. So from here you can see 10 minus 2. Okay, so the difference in reading when object hanging in air and immersed in liquid, we call it weight loss, or weight loss equals to buoyant force. Okay, baca saja. Ini minus ini sebenarnya ialah buoyant force. Soalan. Based on the observation, calculate volume of block X. You can see the block is fully immersed. Okay, so means volume of liquid displaced equals to volume of the object. Okay, or volume of the block. Okay, sebab tenggelam sepenuhnya. Okay, formula. Buoyant force equals to weight of liquid displaced means density of liquid, volume of liquid, G. Buoyant force we can calculate already just now is T1 minus T2. And then BL equals to BO. Okay, this one G using 10. If mentioned here 9.81, you must use 9.1. Okay, if no mention, go back to the list of formula to get the value of G. Boleh check balik value G tu berapa. Tapi kalau Kssm kita pakai 9.81. Okay, so 10 minus 8 equals to density of liquid. Liquid sini ialah water, so 1000 BO G. Dia bagi 10, saya guna 10 lah. Kalau tak diberikan, ikut list 9.81. So VO equals to 2 times 10 to the power negative 4 meter. Answer A. Number 26. Current can flow from one point to another due to potential difference between 2 points in a circuit. What is correct definition for potential difference? Some mentioned as voltage. Okay. So apakah definition yang betul untuk beza keupayaan? Formula. Definition, normally we can use this formula E over Q. Unit dia volt. Volt ialah joule per coulomb. Jadi maksudnya joule ni energy, coulomb ni charge. Jadi dalam jawapan kena sebut tentang ini, energy transfer tu dan juga charge. Soalan jawapan A, the power in moving. The power, ni power bukan joule. Dia joule second. Saya automatic saya buang ni. Wow. Okay, B, work done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another. Okay, work done itu energy, 1 coulomb itu charge. So saya akan pilih ini kalau saya terus baca sebab dia sudah tepat menunjukkan definition. Cuba lihat C apa yang tak boleh. Is a electric force acting on unit of charge. Ini bukan force, bukan electric force. D, rate of flow of charge. Ini ialah current punya definition. So jawapan dia ialah D. Work done in moving 1 coulomb of charge from one point to another. Number 27, diagram 15 shows V versus I for an ohmic conductor. Kalau ohmic conductor, maksudnya dia memang ikut Ohm's law. Apa yang Ohm's law cakap? V directly proportional to current flowing through conductor, okay, or a constant resistance. Okay, so kalau you nampak sini V against I, kalau directly proportional dia akan dapat graph macam ni. Okay, jadi kalau graph dia macam tu, hubungannya ialah V directly proportional to I. Tak ada jawapan lain. Number 28. Diagram 16 shows a circuit in which cell has internal resistance. Ini case ialah EMF. Okay, formula. Okay, E equals V plus IR. Okay, nampak V voltmeter connect across battery. External resistor R and also ammeter. What are the changes in reading of voltmeter and ammeter when the resistance of rheostat is increased? Okay, external resistance increase R. Okay, formula capital V is I R. What happens to reading of voltmeter and ammeter? Okay, for the whole circuit, for the same value of EMF, when R increase, so this one will cause current to decrease. What is effect for the current to decrease? The reading of the voltmeter V, if we put one more voltmeter here, the voltmeter reading across R is equals to voltmeter reading across the battery when current is flowing. Ini sama. Because they are connected to the same point. So, sama. Okay. So when resistance increase from here, reading of voltmeter is EMF minus I small r. This one is constant, small r constant. Now when current decrease. So when current decrease, this factor we call it voltage loss due to internal resistance. So if this part decrease, EMF minus smaller value will cause voltage to increase. So the reading of the voltmeter increase from this one. Ataupun dari sini, reading of voltmeter increase. Okay. Okay, the reading of voltmeter increase, ammeter reading decrease. Okay. Jawapan ialah okay, number 29, a tower fan level 240 volt 50 watt. Calculate tower fan resistance, cari rintangan kipas. Jadi kena faham apa maksud label ini. Label ni juga kita panggil sebagai power rating. Okay. So what is the meaning of power rating? Means if the tower fan is connected to 240 volt of power supply, it will consume 50 joule of energy in 1 second. Because 50 watt means 50 joule second. Okay, itu maksud definition dia. Maksudnya kalau kita nak dia normally function, dia kena pakai voltage ni. Okay. Soalan calculate ya. Okay, given voltage dia tadi ialah output, power ialah 50 watt. Formula P equals to I square R ataupun V squared over R. Kalau you nak guna formula ni, you kena calculate current dulu. Saya terus guna formula ni, P equals to V squared over R. So V squared ialah 240 squared divided by 50. Okay. Jawapan dia ialah tekan calculator untuk calculate. Okay, number 30, Fleming's left hand rule, tangan kiri Fleming, index finger represent. So ini direct saja, FBI F pistol, tahu FBI FBI polis yang suka tembak. BI. F ni apa? Force atau motion. B ialah magnetic field. And then ini ialah current. Jari telunjuk ni magnetic field. Ini hanya memorize saja. Number 31, a bar magnet moving towards a solenoid. Which of these action will not increase deflection of galvanometer pointer? Okay, apa yang menyebabkan galvanometer pointer deflect hanyalah induced current ataupun induced EMF. So, kalau tak ada induced current, tak ada induced EMF, no deflection. Okay. Okay, yang manakah tidak akan menambahkan? Not increase. So to increase induced current, you must look at the factor that affect induced current. Apakah faktor yang mempengaruhi? Okay. So in terms of magnitude of induced current or induced EMF, this one stated by Faraday's law. Apa dia Faraday's law? Okay. The magnitude of induced current or induced EMF is directly proportional to rate of cutting of magnetic flux or rate of change of magnetic flux. So yang mana akan hasilkan lebih banyak cutting of magnetic flux? Okay. Maksudnya flux line kena banyak lah baru boleh cut more. So if you want to increase more cutting of magnetic flux, you look at here, what we have here? Magnet. Magnet yang banyak flux, magnet apa? Stronger magnet. Magnet yang lebih kuat lah. Jadi magnetic flux dia lebih banyak line. Jadi kalau you bawa dekat dengan solenoid, solenoid akan cut more lines. So induced EMF increase. Okay. Lagi satu factor ialah the number of turns of the solenoid. Lagi banyak turns, lagi banyak flux akan dipotong. Okay, number of turns of solenoid. Increase number of turns of solenoid. Okay, use stronger magnet. Yang lain itu dua yang basic. Kita lihat yang pertama. Yang manakah tidak? Okay. Increasing the number of magnet, no. Ini akan menambahkan. Increasing the speed also menambahkan. Sebab rate of cutting increase. Reversing the polarity does not give effect to magnitude. Ini hanya change in direction saja. Increasing number of coils or number of turns. Yes, correct. The more the number of turns, the more flux line will be cut. Okay, so jawapan dia D lah. Yang manakah tidak akan? Oh, sorry. Ini bukan. Saya rasa saya salah. Tidak, perkataan tidak. Sometimes dia boleh tentu. Okay, increasing the number of turns. Ini juga bukan jawapan. Sebab ini akan menambahkan. Jadi reversing polarity. Ini tidak akan menambahkan. Jadi jawapannya C ya. Agak confused pula. Memang jawapan C lah. Okay, jawapan C. Sebab soalan memang tidak akan menambahkan. Maksudnya if you reverse polarity hanya menyebabkan change in direction sahaja. Okay, dia tak ada perubahan pada magnitude. Okay, jawapan C lah. Jadi kena hati-hati juga. Saya pun dalam lihat pun masih lagi ya. Tersilap di hujung. Okay, jadi baca dua kali lah soalannya. Bila dah jawab sila semak semula. Okay, number 32. Dua, transformer. Laminated soft iron core. Ini output, ini input. What is the function of laminated soft iron core? Apa maksud laminator? Okay, instead of one block of iron core, now cut to thinner pieces. Potong bagi nipis-nipis blok ini. Sampai dapat dia berkeping-keping yang banyak lah, keping-kepingan nipis. Lepas tu glue them together to form a block. Potong dia nipis-nipis, lepas tu glue balik supaya jadi satu block. So block itu akan kita panggil sebagai laminated soft iron core. So what is the function of this laminated soft iron core? Now we look at the factors that cause energy loss for transformer. One of it is eddy current. What is this eddy current? Eddy current is a small current produced in the core itself. Normally the induced current produced in the secondary coil wire. But now in the core itself, dalam block itu sendiri. Okay, in the soft iron core tu, also there is change in magnetic flux. So what happened? It will induce a small current that we call eddy current. So this eddy current in the core will cause the core to be heating up or become hot. So when become hot, it will cause energy loss as heat energy. Okay? Okay? So when we use laminated compared to one block, the laminated one has higher resistance. So when higher resistance, the eddy current is smaller. We can reduce eddy current by using this laminated soft iron core. Okay. Jawapan dia ialah soalan 33. Transformer used to light up bulbs 60 watt. Okay, mentol 60 watt. Okay, kalau lihat gambar ini kena faham ini ialah transformer. Okay, A coil that connects to power supply, which is AC power supply, we call it primary coil. Okay, the one that connects to the output, which is bulb, this is secondary coil. Okay, soalan. If efficiency of transformer 85%, calculate current I when switch is on. Kita nak cari current. Okay, power input. Power output. Okay, 85%. Okay, IP 250. Okay, IP equals to kita tekan capital. So we get the answer is 0.2125. Okay, number 34. Output waveform on CRO screen. Off dengan on. This circuit will display output waveform as shown in diagram 2. Okay, kalau tengok di sini, kalau kita onkan time base, you boleh nampak pergerakan up and down and left and right at the same time. So ini ialah alternating current. Number 35, 4 diodes connected in an AC power supply. Which circuit will make the bulb lights up the brightest? Okey, yang mana dapat mentor menyala lebih cerah nombor 35. Okey, maksudnya the current can flow for the connection given. So you kena try and error semua sampai you dapat. Okey, contohnya ni kalau bagi sini, so dia akan volt bias and then here cannot go, so we go down here and then go to here R and then go to the back. Ini boleh. Okay. Tengok B. Yang lain semua boleh cuba. Let's say current flow here. Okay, current flow here. Sini tak boleh, sini pun tak boleh. Reverse bias tu dulu. Okay. Okay. Ini tak boleh misalnya. Boleh cuba juga. Okay, yang lain semua boleh nampak current dia akan block dekat yang reverse bias. Jadi jawapan ialah A Number 36, not light up the bulb. Tidak akan menyala. Syarat dia yang pertama, you lihat dulu type of transistor used. Ini ialah NPN. Okay. Ini ialah NPN. Maksudnya yang base part tu ialah P. Kalau dia P, dia kena sambung ke positif. Okay. And then for the collector circuit, this is negative, you must connect it to positive. So means ini boleh menyala, can function. Correct connection. Okay, look at B. Let's say current flow from here. Okay. Okay, connection of the, this is NPN. And for the collector circuit, ini mesti kena reverse bias in order to produce large current flow to collector circuit. So ini tak boleh function. Collector circuit tak boleh flow pada kes ni. Okay. Let's see. Reverse bias dekat sini. So ini pun tak boleh. Okay, jadi untunglah kalau jawapan dia A, jadi teruslah tanda jawapan. Ini ialah PNP. Ini pun boleh, boleh function. Sebab dia semua adalah the BE junction dia forward bias. Tapi untuk collector circuit dia reverse direction. P dengan PNP Ini P, you kena sambung dia ke negatif. Ini betul. So jawapan yang A tadi. Dia not like apa. Ini boleh. Cek balik yang C tadi. Saya lihat sana. C ni kena tengok betul. Ini bukan MPI, ini PNP. Sebab itu dia boleh fungsi Yang C tu boleh fungsi. Sebab ini PNP. Ya, BE junction dia memang memang forward bias jadi betul. Okay, collector circuit dia positif, collector negatif juga betul. So ini boleh function. Baru yang saya miss tadi. Semua boleh function kecuali B saja tak boleh. Okay. B saja tak boleh. Jawapan dia pilih sebab soalan dia ialah not. Tidak menyala. Number 37, activity against time for radioactive element. Ini dia punya decay curve kita panggil. This is initial activity ataupun NO. Okay. So definition for half-life, time taken for the activity to become half. 400 reduced to half means 200. So what is the time taken? 2 seconds. So means this one is half-life. Okay. Soalan. Okay, how many half-life element gone through after 6 minutes? Okay, half-life ialah 2 seconds. I'm not sure, maybe there's a correction for this one. This is given in second but answer in minute. So it should be minute. Okay, times ni bukan second. Sebab activity tu ialah minute. Okay, 6 minutes, how many half-life? Okay, half-life ialah 2, so maksudnya ini ialah 2 half-life, ini ialah 3 half-life. Okay, so you akan dapat jawapan ialah C. Okay, number 38, radioactive decay, we have this equation. Determine values of A and Z for nucleus X. For this one, we can use mathematical operation because this is an equation. So number of nucleon left equals to number of nucleon right. Atomic number left equals to atomic number right. Ataupun proton number 84. Okay, let's look at the nucleon number. So 212 equals to, this one is A plus 2 times 4. Okay, from here we get A equals to 212 minus 8. So we get 204. So the nuclear number for X is 204. Now to get for Z, same thing, 84 equals Z plus 2 times 2, 4. So Z equals to 80 minus 4, 80. Okay, jadi 20480. Okay, jawapan D. Number 39, which of following nuclear reaction is an example of fusion? Fusion means lighter nuclei combine to form one nucleus with heavier or heavier nucleus. Okay, yang mana akan menunjukkan itu? Kalau you tengok yang pertama, ini one larger nucleus split to two smaller. Ini kita panggil fission, pembelahan nukleus. Okay, ini pun sama. Ini decay biasa saja, alpha decay atau gamma decay. Okay, for this one, deuterium fuse with helium-3 produce helium-4. Maksudnya dua elemen combine. Okay, jadi satu. So this one we call it fusion. Okay, and then this one just beta decay or gamma decay. So ini pun decay biasa saja. So answer dia ialah ini tadi, sorry, answer dia ialah C sebab kita nak fusion. Okay, C. Number 4, a black body is, when we look at definition for black body, is an idealized body that can absorb all electromagnetic radiation and also at the same time can emit also radioactive radiation. Ini jawapan yang paling tepat. Able to absorb all electromagnetic radiation. Okay, so this one is for trial Kedah paper 1. You can go through the question first, try to answer, then you can check the answer. Okay, thank you for joining my class today. Bye. Number 36, do you look here? Okay, number 36, circuit not light up. Okay, ini ialah transistor. Firstly, saya explain lagi sekali. Okay, first you kena check type of transistor. Kalau arrow macam ini ialah NPN. Okay, so for the base part, kita panggil juga ini CBE. Collector, base, emitter. So this part, we also call it BE junction. For transistor to be on, BE junction must be forward bias. Apa maksud forward bias? BE junction ialah PN. Untuk forward bias, bahagian base tu ialah P, you kena connect ke positif. Nampak sini dia sudah sambung ke positif. So ini betul. Forward bias. Okay, check untuk collector. Collector kita nak hasilkan large current flow. So to produce large current flow, dia adalah opposite ataupun reverse bias di sini. BE junction saja untuk hidupkan transistor dia mestilah forward bias. C collector you kena reverse bias. Maksudnya kalau C itu N, dia kena sambung ke positif. Ini nak faham, kena fahamlah konsep mechanism of charge flow. So why C, C itu N tapi kenapa connect to positive? Supaya large current flow to collector circuit. Okay, large current flow in collector circuit. Large amount of charge go to collector. Itu sebab kenapa collector dia mesti reverse bias kat sini. Okay, tapi BE junction tak boleh. Ya? Jadi yang ni boleh. Ini lampu akan menyala. Okay, saya explain dua sajalah B ya. Kenapa B boleh? Kenapa B tak boleh ya? Ini boleh lah, lampu akan menyala lampu light up. B kenapa tak boleh? Okey, tengok. Ini NPN. Okay. Dalam kes ni kita ada satu saja power supply. So means the base circuit also get electricity from the same battery as collector circuit. Okay. So ini ialah NPN juga. Okay, BE junction mestilah forward bias. Okay, B ialah P type. Okay, so current flow dari mana? Transistor belum on lagi ya. Transistor belum on, you boleh cover dulu yang ni. So current akan flow dari sini. Okay, dari sini dan sampai sini. Complete the circuit and go here. Okay, so means current akan flow ke sini. Kalau dia complete dia punya circuit, dia akan pergi sini ke atas lah. Okay. Okay, dalam kes ni kalau transistor itu on, voltage ada voltage across the resistor here, ada voltage di sini, means the base circuit akan on sebab BE junction dia punya junction voltage is overcome by this voltage. So current will flow to here. So when current flow to here, this circuit will be on. Maksudnya transistor akan on. Okay, transistor akan on. And then dia punya C dia N. C dia N itu di sini dia connect ke negatif. So ini tak boleh. Okay, nampak? Nanti current charge tak boleh flow to C. Okay, sebab dia ada reverse force yang push the charge from flowing to C. Sebab ini negatif. Dia mesti positif sini. So ini bulb cannot light up. Ini tak menyala. Jadi sebab itu kita pilih jawapan B. Okay, yang lain pun samalah. Yang lain pun sama. You tengok saja connection dia. Ini boleh menyala. Ini PNP. Ya. Okay, ini juga boleh menyala. Sebab PNP. Okay, jadi jawapan dia B lah. Ya. Okay. So itu saja sampai number 40 ya. Kalau dah miss tu boleh tengok baliklah nanti ya. Okay, that's all for today. Bye.